One thing I know, Helium 10 has different components that will help on Walmart, like a
Mhm.
Cerebro and so forth. What do you find may differ on Walmart versus Amazon when you're looking at the business? Are there some things that people are overlooking on how to kind of analyze the Walmart business and get the most out of it?
There isn't as much obviously for Walmart as there is
Hmm.
on Amazon.
Hmm.
But we do have Cerebro. Now they just changed this a little bit. And we're actually going maybe changing it again a little bit, but I'll show you. Let's see if I can find something. I always do garlic press and
How that became like a popular reference point for Amazon sellers, I'll never know.
I think it was amazing, amazing that course that came out a long time ago. I think they
Yeah,
did a garlic press or something.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So if I just I copy the product ID and I'll do a reverse product ID search on Walmart. Then you can see the search volume. And right now it's like gone back to this kind of range here. It used to be numbers, but now it's gone back
Mhm.
to range. Um, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to do more of a scale actually. I think that'll come out in the next few weeks. So we're still working with Walmart to get the right uh,
Mhm.
kind of picture of what people can look at to give a good indication of what to utilize. But even the low and very low kind of keywords, I still put them in campaigns and still make sales on them if they're very relevant. So with Walmart, I always do for any ads, I do exact searches and I do exact campaigns because I found that they've done very well. And then once you find the phrases that do start doing well, then you can start putting them into the phrase and broad match and kind of expanding out that way. But
Mhm.
that's kind of how I start. I've kind of done it a little bit slower than other people, and a lot of people get on Walmart and they're like, "Why am I not even spending at all?" Sometimes it's hard to spend on Walmart because it
Yeah.
could be a lower search volume, so it's a little bit harder. Um, so sometimes you just kind of set it and just let it run for a few weeks and then it sometimes will get traction. Now, if you don't get any impressions, it's because you might be in the wrong product type. So product type is really, really important. And now Walmart has expanded so you can kind of choose your product types now with the new item spec that they have to upload your products.
A lot more
So
in
you can
depth.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, so you can kind of choose them a little. They're not still as detailed, but you can get probably more reach that way. So that is a good thing. But yeah, so I usually do exact keyword research for Walmart. I also think that something that's overlooked is all the attributes. And I don't necessarily have a tool on Helium 10, but if you go and search your actual product on Walmart, so for example, garlic press, um, and this probably isn't as good of a for attributes, but like let's do like men's t-shirt. Um, a lot of times you can see a lot of different attributes that are going to be something that you would fill in on the back end. So like obviously size, but like color here, if your color is something, close to the main colors in here, you can do that. And then, just kind of see what the options are here. See if you have at least one that's kind of in the main filter option. But then anything else, like for example, if it's green, but maybe it's like a teal color, do like
Hmm.
teal, aquamarine, aqua, all the kind of similar keywords to that. Just do as many attributes as possible to describe everything in the back end. So
Hmm.
that's something that I think is going to be helpful that maybe isn't as visible on the, you know, a search volume level, but they're because they have all these attributes and they put things on different shelves and you'll be able to show up more places when you fill in all the attributes. So
Yeah.
some people have asked me, to look at their listings and they haven't filled in the attributes in the back. And so they don't get as much traction. And once they do, they start to see more traction. So that is something that, to think about. With Helium 10, this is the best starting point is the Cerebro tool. Gives you kind of an
Hmm.
indication of, is it a high volume type of product? Maybe not. Garlic press is pretty, is definitely high. But obviously the longer tail keywords, there not as many longer tail keywords that are going to be as successful on Walmart. I think it is expanding because they did open to a relevancy model. So there are some more, it is kind of changing a little bit, but Yeah, this is.
I know you're a big Walmart seller as well, and I feel like there's too many clients that I say clients, I mean sellers in general that they they add their Amazon catalog to Walmart and expect
Mhm.
it to perform well. They don't take the time to optimize for Walmart's algorithms. And one of the beauties of Walmart is they actually disclose the listing quality score and give you suggestions on how to improve the score. And you can
Yeah,
basically see it right away on whether it
yeah.
worked or didn't. And, there's a couple key things that are really impactful, like the WFS. If you are
Hmm.
participating, that's a big chunk of the listing quality score. The reviews are a big chunk of the listing
Yeah.
quality score. And then it's like you said, all the attributes and everything else. And
Hmm.
and what people don't always realize is what Amazon algorithms are looking for on one product, like let's say a garlic press, might be very different than apparel or electronics or even within, like, let's say you're selling supplements within you know a vitamin supplement versus a multivitamin. It may be wanting very different information or a different format, and you really need to be striving to get a high listing quality score. We are often not able to work with our clients and get them to over 95%, and it's a game changer. It really
Hmm.
matters, and I think that's commonly overlooked.
It's definitely overlooked.
Mhm.
Especially even if you just change your title so it's not stuffed. I've seen
Yeah.
people get a lot more visibility that way.
Mhm.
So that's definitely really important. Something else, if you don't want to do,
Mhm.
if you want to do seller fulfilled, there's FedEx Advantage too. I don't know if you have any of your clients on that, but you get the pricing of Walmart through FedEx for the 2-day shipping.
Mhm.
2-day shipping is super important. If you're not doing fast shipping, then it's going to be harder for you to be visible. Walmart just prioritizes fast shipping and pricing. So
Yeah.
those are some things that you also have to think about. But I think the more that you focus on Walmart, the more you're going to get out of it.
Mhm.
If you just kind of throw it up there, copy it and
That's
paste
right.
it, it's just not going to
Yeah.
be the same. So they do give you a lot of tools to help. And say you even, like I have one product that's done pretty well that I use more as my kind of test show product, and it does a little over 100,000 a year, and that's just one product. So think about if you had 10 of those products,
Yeah.
maybe did
Yeah.
20 of those products,
Hmm.
you've got a pretty good business there, even though it's not maybe as much as your Amazon business, it's
Yeah.
still pretty substantial. So
We've got some clients that do millions of dollars on Walmart
yeah.
on an annual basis, and it may be a small percentage of their Amazon business, but who's gonna walk away from millions of dollars in business, right?
Yeah.
You want to be
A
there,
lot of
and we always
people.
like to say, we always like to say, be where your customers are spending their time and money.
Mhm.
And my belief is that there's just some customers that they're walking into Walmart every day. They think of Walmart for certain product categories, and it really differs as far as your success. You may sell something that's really kind of an inexpensive item you associate with Walmart to do really well, and like a premium high end product that just hardly does anything on Walmart just because the consumer mindset is not looking there. But if you understand that you've got these different customer segments, they're shopping in different places, I need to be there, then you do your best to present your brand in the best, to be optimized for that conversion,
Mhm.
whether that's Amazon or Target or Walmart or eBay or TikTok shop, whatever. Where are your customers spending their time and money? And let's make sure the brand looks the best possible and we're capturing as much
Mhm.
sales as possible.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when some sellers I interviewed, they had just started and they were already doing like 200,000 a month or something like that. And they said their goal every time they launch a product is to get the pro seller badge. And so they optimize it fully, and their goal is to make
Mhm.
that, it was 250 sales every 90 days, but now it's down to 100 sales every 90 days. But
Mhm.
that gives you even more visibility too, and you get refunds on your referral fees. A lot of good reasons to do that, but just kind of
Mhm.
having those, just kind of starting with some goals on Walmart, I think is helpful, because other people are just, you're like, I'm just not sure. So it doesn't work
Mhm.
as well if you don't focus on it and get it going the right way.
And on the flip side, there are a lot of a lot of sellers that they just want to be everywhere fast, and then they spend too much time and energy in the wrong channels and don't
Mm-hmm.
optimize the most on the big 800-pound
Right.
gorillas like Amazon. So we like to say, if you're not 80 to 90% where you need to be on Amazon, hold off on the other marketplaces, have a roadmap, whether it's international expansion or other domestic marketplaces, but get where you need to be on Amazon first. And that way, when you lift and shift your catalog to other marketplaces, you're not having to do full optimizations on those. You're just tweaking your optimizations you already done on Amazon, for example.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a balancing act.